What's up, everybody? In today's video, I want to talk about something that I talked about a little bit in one of my previous videos, and that would be addressing the weak points in your bench press. This can be applied to any lift. It doesn't have to be the bench press. Like I said before, I'm focusing on my bench right now, so a lot of the information I'm going to be putting out is about the bench press. But you can apply this to any lift, and it'll work. And what I want to talk about is the addressing your weak points, man. A way that can be done with the bench press is pin presses. And there's lots of other ways to, address the weak points, but pin presses are very useful. I mean, there's a lot of different names for them: pin presses, dead bench, whatever you want to call it. It's all the same thing. Um, but basically, I've heard a lot of people say that they done pin presses and that it didn't work for them. And if you've done pin presses and they didn't work for you, then the plain and simple truth is you did them wrong. I don't care how much experience you have on the bench press, how much experience you have lifting, you can always make mistakes. And if you've done pen presses, floor presses, dead bench, whatever, and it didn't work for you, well, that's because you did it wrong. Usually, you're supposed to put the pins where your weak point is at. So if you're having a weakness off the chest, and you position the pins just off the chest, you're having trouble getting the weights up off your chest, and that's where you position the pins, and you get stronger in that area with the pin press, it's going to carry over to your flat bench, and you're going to get stronger off the chest. You're no longer going to have that weak point there because you've worked on your chest. If you're having trouble locking out the bench press, if you can get it off your chest and you get it up and you just can't lock out that last 3, 4, 5 inches, whatever, and then you position the pins right above your chest, and that's how you do pin presses, well, of course, that's obviously not going to work for you. You didn't use any common sense, and you applied the pin press to a spot which was not specific to your weak point. So that's probably why it didn't work for you. Now, if you're having the trouble in the last 5, 6 inches of lockout, and that's where you position the pin, and you do lockouts from that position, then it's going to help you. That's the way it works. It's common sense. Anyway, I'm going to show you guys a video so you can see how I do them. I'm going to show you a video of my lift before I did pin presses. You can see the weak point of my bench press. It'll show you the sticking point where the bar slows down. Sometimes it was so bad that I barely able to get the rep, just grinding it out past that. And as soon as I get past that halfway point, flies right up. Well, I'm going to show you the bench press before then, the bench press while I'm going to show you the pin presses, and then I'm going to show you the same weights after the pin presses. And I want you to know that during this time, I didn't really do any flat benching at all. The only flat benching I did was to work my way up to the same weight that I previously could not barely get because of that sticking point. So it's not like I got stronger just by doing more flat bench. No, I did pin presses, and the specific weakness of my bench press, that specific sticking point, and you're going to see that my bench improved greatly. Not only did I get the weights I was getting with these, but I got 10 pounds stronger. So let me guys show you this video. Check it out. Okay, so here is my max lift before I started doing pin presses. Alright, this is 335 pounds. And right there, you can see my sticking point. You can see how I had to grind that bastard out. Let's watch it again one more time. Here it goes, and boom. That's the sticking point right there. That is basically where I was having trouble at. And in a perfect world, that is the position you would want to put the pins to do pin presses. Either there or slightly below that spot. And on my bench press here, as you can see, I've only got one pin in between there and the bottom safety racks, and that's where I chose to use it at. It just happens to be a good spot. Alright, well, here's the pin press workout. this is 255. I've already warmed up and everything properly before this. And as you can see, that pin happened to be a great location to start with because it's just right below my stick. When I first started doing these, I actually was pretty tough to move 255. Then I would move up in weights. Basically what I did is I pyramided my weights. I would start at a low weight like 255 and just do such a triples, you know, as high as I could, pyramid up, and then try to hit a big max after I hit my highest triple, and then I would pyramid down. Okay, now this is 295. This is, at the time, this was the heaviest triple I could hit. It's important that you want to stay tight. Try to get in the same position you would bench in. So if you arch, you want to arch. Your leg position, everything should be the same. And you want to release tension at the bottom. You don't want to keep tension, you know, no elastic tension in there. You just, no stretch reflex whatsoever. Just pure power. Alright, now that's basically what I did. And after that I would hit a big max, usually 315, and then I would pyramid down, you know, back to 255 again. This is my lift 335 attempt after doing the pin presses. And you'll see how big of a difference it made. This was like 2 weeks of pin presses did this. Boom, easy as pie. That went up like nothing. I actually hit 345 that same day. Alright, so that's my video on pin presses. If you guys like the video and you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe. If you got any comments, questions, suggestions, leave them in the comment section down below.